All right, we're gonna go through a whole tutorial of a basic setup for you for marketing, for having a product, for all of that stuff. And so I'm gonna walk you through it here on Paint. It's very handy, and then we're gonna actually go do it. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna create a funnel. So we're gonna have one, two, three pages here. Okay. So this funnel, when someone is gonna first, there'll be a in the first page will be a form, right? So this is where people can go, and we want them to sign up for a call. And they're going to put in their information. We're going to say great, and then we're going to send them to the next page, which has the calendar on it. And then great, there's the calendar, and they're going to book. And then just to show you how this one's going to have, it's going to go from the calendar, to maybe they just want to schedule with you before you even get to the demo call. Maybe they already want to call, and we're going to have an order form if they want to book for training. Okay. All right. So this is going to be the 3 steps of the funnel, and then we're going to have to make a form. We're going to have to make a calendar, and then we're going to have to make a product to actually sell them. And then during each step, we're going to have automations that go off. So when they submit this form, there's an automation for us to call them and to follow up with them. And then if they've booked on the calendar, we need automations for reminders. And then if they've paid, we're going to need automations to say, hey, welcome to the program, and so on and so forth. Okay. Um, all right, so let's flip over to high level. All right, so we're now in my account because I actually have everything integrated, and so you'll be able to see what it looks like once everything is set up. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to create a folder because you always want to put these things in folders to keep them organized, and we're going to call this the training sign up funnels, right? Because you might create more, you might test out different ones. There's a lot of reasons why you might do this. So, all right, so now we've created that one, and it's on the next page. Training sign up. All right, now we're gonna hit new funnel. We're gonna start from scratch. You can go through templates, see if there's anything that are close, but for the most part, there are no sports templates, so we're gonna start from scratch. Okay, we're gonna call this the training sign up funnel. All right, so we've got the funnel. The first thing you want to do is you want to add steps. So we know there's going to be 3 steps, so we're going to add 3. The first one we said was going to be the form, so we'll call this the sign up page slash sign up for training, create funnel. Okay, we're going to add another step, and we said this next step is for the booking page slash book with us. All right, and then we said the last one is the where they're actually purchasing for training. So this will be the purchase page, and we'll just call this the enroll in training. Right, this path is going to be your website slash that path. So you always want it to be something that looks looks good to your clients. All right, so let's go to the sign up page, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to create from blank. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to see is sections: full, wide, medium, and small. This is just a funnel. It's not a website, right? It's just for those, if you don't know what a funnel is, it's just a single page, and they just look at that one page, and there's only one thing for them to do. And once they've done that, they go to the next page, and there's only one thing for them to do there. It keeps your visitors very focused, and it keeps them from having to make a bunch of decisions, and it allows you to really control the story that's going on in this page, right? Because they can't just click to wherever they feel like it on your website. So let's go with full width, add rows. And, sometimes I like to do 5 here. And all I'm going to do is add an image. And then I'm going to come here to the image options. And I'm going to add a logo. So you click up here and hit new upload. And you can upload a ton of information or a ton of pictures or videos or whatever you want. But we're just going to do the logo real quick right here. Okay, maybe this is too big. I think it is, so I'm going to actually drop this down to 200. Oops, maybe 150. Maybe 100. Yeah, that's good. Okay, and then maybe I want this to stay white, or if I want, I can change the background, or if I just want a solid color, I can just come in here and maybe I want it to be gray. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and create a whole new block. And this time, this is going to be the headline. I like my headlines to be either small or medium, so they stay in the middle of the page. It's going to be 1. And when you hit add element, you see all the different elements in here. Okay, headers, sub headlines, paragraphs, bullets. These are the forms that we're going to add later. So it could be a button or a form. Blog post, category navigation. This is within your blog if you have one. Media, images, videos, FAQs, or an image slider. Custom. These are where you get your calendar, put a map in it. If you have custom code, SVG is just like an icon. Reviews or surveys. Countdowns, if you want to count down on your time on your page. Menus, dividers, progress bar, image feature, social icons, and order forms. Okay, we want a headline. So whatever your headline is for your page, we say that this is going to be, we want them to just submit their information, right? So, but submit information isn't a really great offer. So maybe it's get your free consultation below. And then maybe you want a subheadline, say something like, you can sign up for a 30-minute call to review your child's playing style and formulate a training plan, right? Whatever your offer is, okay? And then maybe we're going to do 2 columns, and we're going to have a bullet list here. And here's some stuff about why the offer is so great. Maybe another bullet list here. Here's some other stuff by why the offer is so great. And then we're going to have another one. This one's going to be full width. And it's going to be 1 column. And it's going to be the form, okay, for them to sign up. And I always just like to search it because it makes it easier. Okay. Now I've got a bunch of forms, but I'm going to show you this form specifically for us. So I'm not going to pick a form yet. And then I'm going to go ahead and have it down here. And I'm going to do below this, I'm going to do another full width. 1 column. And I'm going to put in my reviews. So this, if you integrate your Google My Business, with this, what it'll do is it'll pull the reviews from your Google My Business and it'll have it as a slider that just goes across so people can see all your customer testimonials. And then you could do a full width. another one, and then maybe you want to do some FAQs, and then you can have, drop down, and you can say, whatever it is. Boom. And then if you want a picture, it's down here on the right. You just have an image. If you don't want an image, you can get rid of it and there won't be an image. Okay. So this is the basics of what you would build here. And we're gonna have to build a form in just a sec. So make sure we hit save so these things don't go away. Okay. And then we can look at the pages up here, this button. We're gonna go to the booking page. Okay, as you're gonna see, this is an empty page. It's like, well, I actually want the same header on both of these. Well, if that's what you want, then you want to make this section a global section, right? So you can use it everywhere. So you're going to come up to where it's green. You're going to hit save. You're going to name it as header. And then if it's a template, you'll be able to use it in all funnels everywhere. If it's global, it's only going to be within this one funnel. Okay. I obviously don't want this header to be everywhere, so I'm going to do it global. I'm going to hit save, and I'm going to hit save. Okay. And maybe it's still a little too big. What you have, it's called padding. And this is the space around the outside. And so maybe I'm going to drop this down to 0. And I'm going to drop this down to 0. And you can see this is the padding all the way around. And you can see how this gets a little bit smaller. Maybe for some reason I want a ton of padding on my left side. Like if you see 80, you can see how it pushes in from the edge of the page, right? And if we want to make that equal, this is 80 from the edge of the page, okay? And then if I wanted to change this inner one, if we do, 100, you'll see now this is from this orange box to the edge is what this is, right? So you have, this is to the outside of the box to the outside of the page, and this is from the outside of this inner box to the outside of the outer box, okay? And so you can play around with this, make it look as much as however you want it to look across any of these boxes, okay? And then as far as a background, you can have one giant background for the entire page, and you do that up here. Or you could have individual backgrounds. Maybe you want to alternate gray. I'm going to get rid of this. Bother me. 0 and 0. And maybe you want to alternate gray and white. So this form box is going to be gray. Customer testimonials will be white. And then down here will be gray, right? Maybe you want something like this, right? Whatever you want. Maybe you want an image. You can also do that if you want your background type to be an image. And you can upload, you probably want like a square image. Or excuse me, like a rectangular image, right? Otherwise it'll be stretched. I don't think I have any. You can see I've built this for all sorts of different companies. Whatever, let's just use a dumpster. I like this picture. Okay. And you can see, it was for this one, right? And it looks horrible. So you want to make sure that you're choosing a good background image. The other thing you can do is there is generic pictures, right? Stock photos. So you could actually just come in here, and once you set to all, there are background options. And you can just scroll down. You can see some of them. And so actually, let's just do this one. You can look at it. Boom, right? That looks a little bit nicer. Okay, so there's a lot of options here how you want to do this. Hit save. Let's go to the booking page. Oops. We're going to go ahead and hit add. We're going to come down here to these global sections. We're going to pull the header up here, and now you have the exact same header. Okay. Next, we're going to say headline, schedule your consultation. Okay, maybe you're going to have a subheadline. All right, and then this is where we're going to embed our calendar. Okay, and you can also use a group page, but we're gonna pick a calendar later after we make it together. And then once they book, you see button, you're gonna go to the next step, hit save. Actually, we might not have did that on the first page. Let's look at this. Okay, form. Oops. Under form, again, we're going to go ahead and go to next step. Okay, so now we're just stepping through the funnel. See the last page. Oops. The purchase page. Global. Boom. Okay. Let's add a full width row here. Let's add a column. And let's add a header. Enroll today. Don't delay. Sign up for a training package below. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to embed a order form. You can do a two-step order form, which is where you get their information and then they can buy. But since we've already had them fill out a form to get here, we don't need that. We're going to go with a one-step. And then since you're not shipping anything, you go over to advanced. You can just read this, right? The headline, we're going to just say your info. And then instead of the sub headline, we're going to say, we can't wait to work with you. There is no company name. And then we want this name, email, and phone number. There is no shipping. We're going to hide the shipping. And then this is just the payment names. I think payment works. Item, this is the items. And then all of this, I'll show you, we have to make the product and it will automatically get added into here once we've made the product and added it to the page. So just bear with me and you'll see exactly what I mean. All right. And so you can change any of the other things that you want to put here. Enable cart mode means they can pick multiple things. Since they're only going to pick one type of training, we're going to do a 3, 6, or 12 month. We're not going to enable cart mode because they can only pick one. If you want, you can have a product description in there, right? And then the pricing info, enable a bump, order bump. It's when there's just this one little thing down here that says, act now, buy this, right? I'm going to have that just so I can show it to you. Enable coupon codes. We can do coupons. And if you want terms and conditions in here, you can say, I agree to terms and conditions. And then you'll just have to link your terms and conditions right here. Sticky contact, you want that on, because what that means is the information they put into the form 2 steps earlier in the funnel will now automatically appear into this. And all they have to do is put in their credit card information. New contact in every purchase. We don't want that. We want it to be tied to the old contact they already made. Validate disposable email. So this is just making sure that the email that's in here is validated. You can leave that off. It's not a big deal. And then you just hit save. All right. This funnel is now complete. And what we're going to do next is we're going to go through and now we're going to make the form, the calendar, and the products. And then we're going to put it all together. Alrighty. All right. So now we went from sites, we went from funnels to forms. Okay. We're in the form builder. And what we're going to do, same thing. We're going to create a folder. Training. Forms, something like that. Where's the folder? Am I missing it? Okay. All right, so we're going to the folder. We're going to add a form. I'm not going to go through this in too much detail because we had a form builder class video specifically for just how to use the form builder. Okay, so I'm just going to hit add form, start from scratch, name the form, training, info requests form. Okay, so for this, I'm going to get rid of these. I'm going to go to add. I'm going to go to full name, phone, email. You can see you can ask for pretty much anything. You can go into custom fields. You can add your custom fields. You can add specific custom fields within this. Again, I'm within my Trace Renovations account, so I don't have the like name of your child. What position do they play? I don't have any of those forms, those custom fields here. I'm not going to add them. But you get the idea. I'm going to change this to blue. I'm going to hit make this submit, and I'm going to change this company, and I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm going to hit save. Okay. There's other things you can do with this form builder, but I'm just going to leave it like this. Again, if you want to learn more about that, watch the form builder video. Okay, so now we've built the form. We're going to go to calendars. We're going to go to calendar settings. Oops, calendars. I create a group. Call this training calendars. All right, this will be the group URL. So I can create this. I'm going to go to my groups, and I'm going to go into, oops. And I'm going to hit create calendar. I'm going to do a round robin. I'm going to just call it training with Josh consultation. I'm going to pick myself. "30 minutes, 8 to 5. I'm not going to go in the advanced settings again. Watch the calendar video to watch everything, to see everything there. Okay, close. Okay. Because I didn't go in the advanced settings, it is not in the group, so I'm going to move it to the group training. All right. Okay, so now that that's the calendar, the last thing we need is payments. So we're going to go to payments. Again, there are videos specifically about payments. Do this quickly. I'm going to go to products. I'm going to create some products. Going to have a store, 3-month training, train for 3 months, once a week for, I don't know, 2,400. This can be a one-time payment of 2,400. Of course, I could select a recurring payment of 800 for 3 months, but I'm not going to do that. we like to collect payments up front, and hit save. Actually, front. Okay, so I'm gonna actually make this 3-month training pay up front, and I'm gonna make a 3-month training where they can pay, instead of, if they pay up front, it's $800 a month, and we'll say there's 3-month training monthly payments, and that'll be $1,000 a month, right? So they'll get a little bit of a discount if not. So we'll say train, say 3 months of training, monthly payments, pay monthly at $1,000 a month for a total of $3,000. Okay, so we're going to come down to recurring. We're going to say $1,000, billed monthly, 3 payments, no setup fee. Hit save. Okay, let's go back. Let's create a product. I'm just going to do this to show you, but I'm not going to go through everything. So 6 months, I'm going to say paid up front, and we're going to say this is, $700 a month for a total of 6 times 7 is 4,200. One-time payment of 4,200. I'm going to save that. And then we're going to do a bump product. So this is where we're going to create a bump product where they can just buy this one-time thing, nice little upsell for us, make a little extra money. So let's create a product. And maybe we're selling at-home training gear, right? This is maybe like a training ball, shirt, weights, whatever, right? This is just a bump product, so one-time thing that we can make a little extra money on. So we're going to do it one time, or say $100, and we're going to say additional options. You can have okay, so there we go. Hit save. All right, so now we've made our form, our calendar, and our payments. We are now going to go back into our funnel. I'm going to show you how to embed these. We'll do them one at a time. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick the form. We're going to look for the training one. Oops. Okay. So now it's the training form. Save. You can see this is the form that we just made. Okay. So now that's embedded here. And then we're going to go to the next page, the booking page. We're going to go to the calendar widget, and we're going to select the training with Josh consultation. Okay, there it is. Now, if we wanted the group page and you turn this on, then you go to the training with Josh, and you'll see they can pick. If I had multiple calendars within the group, it would just look like this, and it would have a different block for all the different calendars in the group. We don't have that, so I'm just going to choose the calendar itself. Hit save. And then to embed a product, again, this was shown on a different video in the payments section, but we're going to show you real quick. You go to your page where you want them to be able to buy the product. You go to products. And then you hit add product. We're going to add the 6 months up front. We're going to add the payment here. And then we're going to save it. We're going to add all the products, 3 months, monthly payments. We're going to add 3 months pay up front. Save it. And then we're going to add the at-home training gear as a bump product. Okay, so we're going to go to additional options. And we're going to say this isn't a main product. It's a bump product. Okay, we're going to hit save. All right. Now that order form that we made will automatically pull these in. So now that it's all set up, and of course you're going to go through this, you're going to look at it, you're going to fix the design, you're going to make it really nice. But once it's there, you go to settings. And this is settings at the funnel level, not the page level. You're going to connect it to a domain. Tracer Innovations. I'm going to do this for you guys, turn it off. And then you can decide if you want a chat widget here as well. So I have a Tracer's Innovation chat widget that's trained on my website. And we'll have a video showing you how to make chat widgets as well. But this is where you would add the chat widget to the whole funnel. Okay. Save that. Okay, and now let's test it. Right, so here's the page, here's the form, here's, if you had testimonials, here's your FAQs. We're going to use this, we're going to call it the page training test. Okay, phone number, email, trainingtest@.com. I consent. We hit submit. Okay, now I validate phone numbers to make sure they work. I should do that in the settings video, but this isn't a real phone number, so I'm going to put my real phone number in here so that it knows, because it will validate it to make sure that's a real phone number. Okay, now it's working. So we won't get false information. Okay, schedule your consultation. Okay, let's pick Wednesday, 9 a.m. Oh, you can see we don't have sticky contacts turned on here in this calendar because it should remember everything from the first one. All right, so that's a note that we need to go back and add that in. Oh, what did I say his name was? Page. I'm going to change training test. Phone number 954-309. And then email. Confirm. Schedule the meeting. And then now I can enroll. And you can see this did have sticky contacts turned on, so it's pulling my information from the last page. And then I can pick 6 months paid up front, 3 months monthly payments, or 3 months paid up front, right? And I can only pick one, and because I chose not to have it in cart mode. They can only pick one. Okay. And then underneath it is this. Okay. I put in my contact information. I can purchase it, right? So the question now is, why don't I have the bump product? Okay, so let's go back and let's go to in here and let's edit it. And let's see if our bump product was not turned on. Oh, so we enabled it, but we didn't add the bump product, right? So we need to come in here. We need to pick at home training gear, the headline, everything you need for training. That'll be the headline. And then the text will be, ball, shirt, other cool stuff. Save. And then you can see, boom, this is where it gets added. Save. Publish. And we can refresh this. And there is our bump product, right? So there you go. Now this is loading. They can put in their credit card information. They can pick whatever they want, choose if they want the bump product or not. And they'll see it come up here is $100. And then boom, if you want to know the price before the check mark, you would have to just add it. You would edit everything you need for training right here, $100 update. And then now it's here. Okay. So that is how you would make all this stuff. Okay. So that's how you'd make all these pages. And then any automations you'd want based on the order, based on the form, based on the calendar. We've gone over that extensively in the automation videos. Okay. So there you go. You have a funnel that works. You can collect information. You can take calendar appointments and you can collect payments. Not that hard. And once you've used it, you can clone all this stuff and just use it over and over and over again. Alrighty. Let me know if you have any questions. Hope this helps.